All right, just like that, we are live hunting Colorado tornadoes here. We are north of I-70 near Flagler, Colorado. And this storm is just now really starting to get its act together. I'm not, still not entirely sure what to expect today, but the storm is just now getting its act together. Most other chasers went south on two different storms. I decided that I wanted to play up here, and so far I think we made the right choice. But I'll show you guys, this thing is really getting its act together. So welcome in. Make sure to like the stream. Subscribe to the channel, everybody. Would really appreciate that. This thing is starting to get its act together. I don't think it's ready to produce a tornado anytime soon, but you can see the supercell. Look at the supercell shape right here. It's a little high base, struggling with moisture. Look, we got a supercell right here. We can track it. There it is. It kind of developed, and now it's moving south, which is a good sign. It's moving southwest, actually, which is a little bit unexpected almost. But I'm gonna sit here for just a minute. It's really getting inflow now. It's gearing up. So we're actually gonna get a little bit to the south and west, chat. So welcome in, everybody. I'm gonna try my best to be checking chat and interacting with you guys, but at the same time, I also gotta focus on the chase as well. So I gotta do the multitask. Right now, I don't see any imminent tornado risk, but that could change very, very quickly. So I'm interested to see how this all falls here. I wonder, what does our road network look like here? I wonder if we can get somewhere over in this area. Okay. We're actually going to dip just a little bit to the south, guys. We're starting to get some crazy structure on this sucker. We may keep service, we may lose it. I'm not really 100% sure either way, but this thing is gonna have its shot to produce tornadoes. So it's gonna have its shot at some point. I don't know when, but it's getting there. So we're gonna go just a little bit to the south, guys. We're gonna lose the view for just about 3 minutes here, and then I'm gonna get onto a road and we're gonna get east out ahead of it. So the camera is going to be a little bumpy here on these roads. It is what it is, but we're hunting tornadoes here. But at the very least, we're going to have a great storm. So at the very least, we're going to have a great storm. That's the worst thing that can happen. The best thing that can happen is we get a few tornadoes, and I think that a strong tornado is on the table. I know the Storm Prediction Center only has a 2%. Actually, they barely even have a 2%. We're on like the edge of the 2%, but I've seen crazier things happen. I just passed John McKinney. I don't know. Maybe John will be passing us at some point. I've seen crazy things happen though. So I think that there's a shot for a strong tornado today. Obviously it's not a high risk for a strong tornado, but if this storm hits its potential, it could. At the very least, a couple of tornadoes are certainly a threat here. Large hail, up to probably baseball sized. I bet the storm down to the south by Lamar has hail up to probably softballs. But I think this stuff up here might not be quite like that, but we got some storm chasers out here actually on this storm. There's more than you'd expect, but Colorado is one of the most popular states for storm chasers. There's a lot of storm chasers out in Colorado, so that's one of the more popular states for chasing. I don't know why, but I wonder if it's because so many people live in Denver, and Denver gets so many storms and even tornadoes every now and again. What's up? Renee! Welcome to the Doppler gang. What's up? Guys, if you want to become a member, it's like, I think it's $2 a month. Yeah, it should be $2 a month. That's less money than a soft drink, okay? So I need to start being more active for my members. That's my fault. I need to start doing more members only stuff, but part of the reason is, ooh, that's my road right there. Okay, I'll just do a little spin here. Part of the reason is I just haven't had very many members, so it's like if I only have 30 members, it's like it's hard to do much. But once I really start getting some more members here on this channel, I'd love to do some more members only streams, or I'd love to do like a daily blog for members, or but this storm is still struggling with moisture. I guess the moisture just isn't that great right now, but it is still really struggling with the moisture. It should be coming up on better moisture here, so should be coming up on better moisture here. But right now it's not. It's struggling a little bit too much with the moisture to really have much of a robust tornado threat. My windshield is dirty. I cleaned it the best I could, but there's our storm right there. This thing is really, honestly, in the last 20 minutes though, this thing has really gotten itself together. So I say that, hey, it's struggling a little bit, and that's true, but it's really gotten itself together. I noticed that when I was standing outside my car right before I started the stream, I noticed the inflow winds really picked up. The inflow wind really picked up. So this thing was really starting to get some big inflow. Freddie's heading north. He's making a good choice. Hey, all I'm going to say is I was on the phone with Freddie, Connor, and Garrett. I told all of them to go north. And they didn't listen to me, so that's on them. But I'm glad they're finally making the right decision. I hope this storm produces something for us here. But they're making the right choice by going north. They might get on it just in time to see some tornadoes, so we'll see. But kind of your classic Colorado, just a little bit high base, but you have some crazy structure already. You never know out here. You can get those really high base tornadoes, so it's not like you need tons and tons and tons of moisture, but they do help. It does help. We got a chaser right here. This is got a chaser right there. Anyway, this storm is really getting its act together now, so we're gonna be in for a treat. If this thing can tap into its environment, we'll be in for a treat. It might not, though. I mean, there's a chance. It may not. It may never. It's just hard to say. Like, you don't really know. So that storm down by Lamar now is looking a little bit better. So maybe that's the play. Maybe that'll end up being the storm. I have no idea. But looks like some of my buddies are heading north now. Maybe. Looks like some of my buddies, Connor, Brandon, Garrett, Freddie, it looks like they're heading north, I think. So I think they just gave up on that storm to the south. I would have done the same thing. But it doesn't look bad. This storm structure is getting pretty insane. I want to see the radar start to look a little bit better, but I'm not sure. So I'm not sure. I am not sure. It doesn't look bad. This storm has a hook echo and everything. I don't know if I should use the Denver or the Goodland radar, but it just needs to tap into its environment here, and then it'll be cooking, I think. But man, what the structure on this storm is going to be ridiculous. It's going to be insane, guys. And I would say in about the next 15 minutes, we're going to have some insane structure. We're not at insane yet, but we're going to get there soon. I'd love a big white tornado. I'd love a big tall tornado under this storm. That'd be awesome. I don't know if the shear is quite. I don't think the wind shear is quite there yet for tornadoes. I think the wind shear is not quite there yet for tornadoes. But I'm gonna go just a few more miles to the east, chat. But I gotta make sure I got roads here. There are a lot of like creeks and rivers and all that. But luckily, it doesn't look as bad as yesterday. Yesterday, man, we struggled bad with the roads. We did a great job picking our target and chasing. I just felt like the roads left a lot to be desired. So, but we're at a pretty nice storm right now. So we gotta let it start to crank a little bit more, and It's really high. It's really high based. It's really struggling with moisture. Like I said, there is some moisture that's going to be feeding into this eventually. But there is moisture that will be feeding into this thing. So I have confidence still that this thing will produce some good tornadoes if it can tap into the moisture. So we'll sit right here just for a minute. I think I'd probably end up going a little bit farther to the north at some point, to the west. But we'll sit here for now. It's definitely rotating. You definitely have a lot of rotation, especially in the mid levels. But it's got inflow streaming in, so you can see the big inflow tail right here. Look at this big old inflow tail right here. It's definitely getting its act together here. It's definitely rotating. I think I see but it is struggling a little bit. I'm looking at this on radar. It looks like there's a boundary kind of right in front of it. This storm might be struggling quite a bit, but we'll see. Like I said, if it can really tap into that environment, I think it can do something, but that's just uncertain right now. That's very uncertain. But we have a nice supercell right here that we're sitting on here. And we'll have to see if this thing can get its act together. It looks a little bit skinny to me. It's a little bit skinny there, but it's moving into a great environment, y'all. It is. It really is. I'm worried it's a little bit... My worry is it might be a little bit too far west. That is a worry of mine. It might be a little too far west. So, we'll see, though. We'll see. It's definitely got a little bit of moisture struggles right now, for sure. The shear is starting to get there. I wonder if you give it another... I wonder if this storm survives another 2 hours if it really, really goes off. But you can see the structure's just getting chiseled. See that structure? It's like someone's carving out a statue. So we'll see. I really think this storm is going to peak in about an hour and a half, probably, if I had to guess. Unless it dies, that could always happen. But I've seen it happen before, but I do like it right now. And then tomorrow, it looks like we probably need to go up to South Dakota, which I don't mind doing, but that's how it kind of feels. Probably feels like we need to go to South Dakota. Although I am interested in the target maybe out in the southern plains, but it might just be too capped. So man, this storm just needs some moisture to it. Just needs a little bit of moisture to it. That's what it needs. Just a little bit of moisture, and I think this thing could do really good. So but I'll have to make that decision tonight if I want to chase the next 4 days or not. This storm's looking a little bit skinny. usually like to see storms a little bit thicker of a base, but it's not like I haven't seen storms like this produce tornadoes. It does happen. One earlier this year, Arnett, pretty wild tornado, was from a storm that was like this. Lightning just really went nuts. Lightning just went a little nuts there. So this is all you can ask for out here in Colorado, is slow moving. I've had good luck with Colorado supercells. I've never seen a tornado in Colorado. I'm hoping that, man, today could be the day that I break that streak, but guys, I'm gonna shoot just a little bit to the west here, because this storm is not moving. This storm is not moving to the east or southeast, kind of like we would have expected it, but it's actually moving to the west. So let me adjust that camera there. That's incredible structure. It's almost starting to get a little bit of a lowering under it, under the middle. You can see that lowering right there? It's starting to get a little bit of a lowering in the middle of the screen right there. I don't think that's an attempt at a tornado right now, but it's starting to show signs. And it's pulling in some scud now. Starting to kind of try. Okay, I think it's getting a little thicker now too. That's a good sign. If this storm get a little thicker. So let me map. I gotta make sure my roads are all good and mapped out here. Maybe we'll end up running to the great Papa John McKinney as well out here on these Colorado back roads. Hopefully we keep service. That's the biggest thing. We're relative. I mean, we're gonna be pretty close to I-70. We'll be close to I-70 for the next hour and a half at least, chasing this storm. So as long as we're close to I-70, I really think our internet will be quite solid there. As long as we're kind of close to 70. Okay, this storm's cooking. This storm's absolutely cooking. It's starting to cook now. This thing is starting to cook. Let him cook. As you can say, let him cook. Let her cook. I don't know if this storm's... I don't know. I wouldn't call it a... I don't think storms have genders, I guess. I just call it a storm. So let this storm cook. Wow, that structure's gonna get insane, isn't it? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That structure's gonna be nice. Now, will we get any tornadic activity? Hey, to be determined, but that structure is gonna be very, very nice. So if you're just now tuning into the stream, welcome in. We're on this severe warned supercell north of I-70, north of Flagler, I think. Not Flagger, it's Flagler, and we got a really high-based storm. I mean, this storm is clearly struggling with moisture, but these are the kind of storms that, hey, if they do put down a tornado, it's going to be really pretty. So we're going to get into the sunshine here. Hopefully we don't lose our, hopefully we kind of don't lose our, like, the look on this storm. Maybe I could drop the exposure a little bit. Oh my gosh, this storm's a beast. What a beast. I might try to find a spot up here to pull into. I think we're far enough west for now. Eventually we'll have to move so the hail doesn't annihilate us. It looks like the hail is getting bigger there, so eventually we'll have to get south too. The sun came out and ruined our focus on this. Wow, what a structure fest right here. Wow, nice storm. Got the sunlight too shining in there. What a structure fest. You can see all that precipitation starting to come right down into the hook. Look at that precipitation just coming right into the hook there. But let me try to get this. There we go. Okay, this storm is not struggling anymore. I'll say that. It's starting to get its act together here, so it's starting to get there, guys. Go snag a couple pictures. Boy, this thing is cooking now. Oh my gosh, chat. This storm is cooking. This storm is cooking, chat. Look at this structure. What's up, guys? How's it going? Oh, someone gifted. Hey, Elaine, thank you for the 10 memberships. Thank you so much, Elaine. Thank you so much, Elaine. What's up, Mr. Tate, Zookeeper, Bianca? How's it going? The Jersey Devil, Bella. CMP, what's up, guys? Martin, how's it going? What does Ben call his members? The Doppler Gang. The Doppler Gang. That's what I call my members there. Come on, imagine if we got, dude, imagine if this dropped. Imagine if this dropped a tornado, dude. That would be wild. But, I mean, it's a long way from doing that, but. This is the best Supercell of the year for me. Oh my gosh. This is insanity, chat. Oh my gosh. This is insanity, chat. This thing is cooking now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is going to try to drop a tornado at some point. It is. It will. It will try. I don't know if it will or not, but it's going to give an attempt at it. a structure! Whoa! We got an alien mothership coming in! Whoa! Colorado insanity. Colorado insanity right now. If the road gets a little bumpy or I lose service, I sincerely do apologize. Window's a little bit. I tried to clean the window like 5 times, but hey, I got some fingerprints on the inside. I might have to wipe those, but just insane structure right now. It'll look cooler once kind of the sun goes behind it almost. You'll be able to see it a little bit better. There's some rain, so that means we're not far from that hail. But right now, this isn't a tornado producer, guys. This is just a pure structured monster. Eventually, we'll get into some hail if we're not careful. Eventually we'll get into some of that hail if we're not careful. So we don't want to do that. It's not something we want to do unless we have to. If we have to get into the hail to see a good tornado, we'll do it. If it's just kind of a tornado, then usually it's not worth, the $800 windshield. I think my windshield probably would be more expensive, way more expensive, because I have those I have the adaptive cruise control sensors in there. But I mean, we got a structured beast. There's nothing stopping this storm. I mean, this thing's going to keep going, I think. I don't see anything that's going to stop this. So, we got a great storm to stream, at least for the foreseeable future. And we'll have to see if it drops any noodles out of the base there. We'll have to watch that base to see if there's any noodles that come down. But eventually we need to get south. We got to go. We'll go a little bit more west. The storm has kind of thrown me off just a little bit. It started moving. This storm kind of started moving to the west. I don't understand, but Colorado August insanity. We'll take it. This storm is pretty ridiculous here. It definitely is struggling just a tad bit. It's hooking hard on the radar. We got a big hook. Now, this storm doesn't feel tornadic right now. I think it's kind of struggling with that moisture. But guys, I mean, we should get some better wind shear kind of progressively in the next hour or two. So we'll have to see if that wind shear can kind of come in and carry the day. We're also, this storm is progressively moving into better cape and thermodynamics as well. So we'll have to watch it. I kind of like my positioning right now, but I need to get a little bit further south. So that's what I'm gonna do. But I don't hate our position. All right, I'm repositioning just for the time being, chat. Oh, these roads are bumpy. This is not as bad as yesterday, but these are pretty bumpy. But I'm repositioning for the time being, and we will turn back around and just let me drive for a couple minutes here, and then I'll swing the car back around unless I lose service. If I lose service, then I'll just have to swing it back around up here. But this thing, I knew the second that it started pulling in some crazy inflow, it was gonna start to go. I didn't quite expect structure like this, so I'll take it every time. For the structure, you kind of want to be a little bit farther away from the storm. You don't want to be right under it. If you're going to intercept those tornadoes close range, you got to be under the storm, but then you sacrifice the structure aspect of it. But for a day like today, where the tornado threat isn't overly high, I'd rather play a little bit farther out. Obviously, on a day where there's going to be a big tornado, I might play a little bit closer to the storm. But for now, I think playing a little bit further out is probably the key here. If it really looks like the tornado potential is going way up, then we'll close in on the base. But for now, this thing's probably chucking baseball-sized hail, I'm sure. 2-inch hail is what it's warranted for, so who knows? It could be more, it could be less. Usually, I'd say they underdo it a little bit with supercells. So, but we'll swing it back around and try to get another view of this thing. It's getting a little bit dusty there. It's starting to like we're losing kind of our view a little bit because it's getting really dusty. And we got the sun. That's just being tough here. Let me turn my exposure a little bit down there for you guys. Well, that might be too low. Bring it up a little bit here. But the sun is making it tough to see the storm. So it is nice to have the sun, but it can make your view a little bit tougher there. So I'm trying to get the camera out of the sun, angle it a little bit that way. But yeah, the sun doesn't give you there's one tornado that I really didn't get a good view of earlier this year because the sun was too bright. Sometimes the sun can make your photos better, but when it's kind of up high enough in the sky, it honestly makes them worse. It makes your view worse, but sit here and watch it for a few minutes. Like I said, I'd love it if a big cloud just came over the sun. If you're just now tuning in, we're just to the north of I-70 near Flagler, Colorado. And we got a nice supercell. It's not really a tornado producer right now, but certainly we'll have the shot at it. It doesn't strike me as a tornado producer right now. I think it needs a little bit of help, possibly. What's up, guys? How's it going? Almost 150 likes. I really appreciate it. Elaine posted my Venmo and stuff if you ever want to help out. I really appreciate anything there. That's better than a super chat because then YouTube doesn't take a good portion of it, but I appreciate all of it. Appreciate all of it, guys. But we don't have a good view right here just because of the sun. It's tough. It's just hard. Like, see if I block the sun, we get a little bit better of a view there, and then it's not bad. It's what we have to do. So I'm sorry if it's bright on the TV or if it doesn't look good on the YouTube. I apologize, but it's just the angle that we have to have. So. Right now, this storm it's moving too far west. I think for me to want to see some big-time tornado potential, I think I'd have to see this storm go a little bit further to the east. But that doesn't mean I can't do it. We're going to have hail coming down on us soon here. Just to my north, there's probably a lot of hail falling. Ways north. We just got to get out way ahead of it towards I-70. I wonder if we just got to get all the way out towards I-70 and just... The winds are just ripping right now. The wind is ripping. It's still... This thing is struggling with the moisture still, so... It really is, but... It seems like I don't have the greatest service in the world, but man, this inflow wind is just ripping got to get a little bit further south. I think we're gonna have a better view. I'm in 0.5. That's why we can see the whole thing. This wind is ripping, guys. Look at the grass in front of me. I mean, it's just. I mean, this wind is crazy. Is that anything interesting in there? Back down in the storm. Alright, we just gotta get south. We just gotta get a little bit south. You can see that big old tail cloud right there, so we just gotta get a little bit to the south here. Oh, I gotta find my zoom though. There we go. We just gotta get a little bit to the south. So it's gonna be bumpy, but these roads are all bumpy. We can get a little bit south and give ourselves some room, and then if it really starts to produce, it looks like more of a hailer to me right now, but if it really starts to produce, it'll probably be once it gets closer to I-70 and it hits a little bit of that better moisture. But the good news is we have great terrain around I-70 if we wanted to intercept a tornado. We'd have the terrain to do it, so. Whew. I bet there's big hail coming around the backside of the storm as well right now. And in the front forward flank of the storm too. And I gotta look back occasionally just to make sure there's no sneaky little funnel clouds or anything coming down. Now we do lose some of our terrain, our good terrain, when we get south of 70 a little bit, but it shouldn't be bad. Is that John McKinney? There he is. I'm gonna follow John. I'm gonna follow the McKinney. The McKinney. Look at that structure. Oh my goodness. I just want that sun to kind of just get out of there. Get out of the shot. Like, sun, go away. Get out of the shot. Get out of the shot. You're too much. You're too much for the stream. It's not a good angle. I wonder if we can angle the car east and then it'll make it better. But we have a great road network here. This would be a great spot for a tornado to drop because there's nothing out here other than crops and maybe a couple of windmills. So there's nobody really living here. And then also, the road network is just great, so we'd be able to intercept it. And I got a wild John McKinney in front of me, so. The storm is like moving southwest, and it's becoming becoming stationary. So it just makes you wonder if it's like trying to do something funny. But also, like I said, I just think the better environment might be to the southeast. I'd want to see it move more southeast, literally, but we'll see. Wow, what happened to the road? Oh, there's just grass on it. Oh my gosh, look at this inflow wind. Look at the inflow kicking into the like feeding into this thing. My goodness, look at the dust in front of us. What a shot right here. This is a shot. That's a shot right there. Look at that shot. Look at all this inflow wind that's just ripping right into this storm right here. Incredible inflow. Let's hope we can get a tornado out of this thing. It'd be kind of nice. It'd be nice. I will say this year I've seen my fair share of tornadoes. So if I don't see another one, I think I'd be pretty happy. But hey, what's a couple more? You know. I'm trying to watch this backside to see if it can hook more. And what we really need right now is a bigger RFD cut. So the RFD is kind of that RFD cut is kind of the wind on the backside of the hook echo on the backside on the western side of your storm, and that you need a nice RFD cut for your storm to really wrap up. So right now this storm has all the inflow in the world, but it doesn't have that RFD cut on the backside of it. So it's gonna struggle to really wrap up and get itself wrapped up. So We have great wind shear right now. The wind shear has definitely gone up. The wind shear is actually amazing right now. So this thing is going to have a chance to produce even with the bad moisture. But oh, let's see if John. We'll follow John here. Let's see where John's going to go. That's not a road. John, are you taking me into the hail, bro? Hey, buddy. Hey, don't take me into the hail. Hey, don't take me into the hail. No, we should get a road in a minute. Just don't want to get into that hail. No, we'll be okay. We're all right here. So this is a monstrous supercell, man. Just a beast. It lost a little bit of its really, really good structure, but it's still got some. But I'm not seeing a ton of evidence here for a tornado right now. The birds are going crazy in front of me. But these things happen quick. Sometimes you go from, it doesn't look like a tornado to, hey, look, there's a tornado. That stuff can happen quicker than you think, so. There's a lot of upward motion. I see a lot of wind coming into the supercell, so there's a lot of that upward motion. So it's definitely picking up the inflow there, and You too, man. Guys, we're going to get some structure shots of this now. I was talking, that's Freddie's dad, John McKinney. So we're going to head down towards the interstate here. We're going to head right down to the interstate now. We got a car behind us, though. Let's see, it's not going doors. We'll whip it around here. It just doesn't look like it's going to produce a tornado right now, so I might as well get the structure on it. We'll get that structure on it. It doesn't look tornadic right now. As I was telling John, it didn't. I don't know if you guys could hear it or not. The inflow was pretty loud. But as I was telling John, it just didn't look overly tornadic right now. But I mean, you know how these things go. I mean, this stuff, it changes so quickly. I'm gonna have to look for a road. We might lose roads and service south of the interstate. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look. I'm looking for roads right now to make sure. Might not have much of it here. If this thing keeps moving to the west, we might not get much room. We might have to go all the way around towards Hugo. I wonder what the fastest way would be. No, we'll have a road. We'll have a dirt road. So, but I'm wondering if we go west a little bit. For now, we're gonna take this route. Actually, I'm going to take the other route, I think. Actually, I'm going to take this other route.
Continuing route to 8082.
For now, for the time being, actually. I'm going to take this other route.
miles, turn right onto County Highway 63.
Oh my gosh, the structure of this sucker is insane. But see, right now, guys, it didn't look like much of a tornado storm, so I was like, you know what, let's go for the big structure fest on this guy. Oh my, yeah, see, we got a much better view. That is an insane supercell. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I bet that thing has some crazy structure out ahead of it. I bet it has some crazy. I want to go this other way. I don't want to get into the hail. Tornadoes out in the forward or the back on the back side of the storm, so that means it's definitely pulling in an updraft. But man, that thing is ridiculous. Look at that tail cloud. That is such a big tail cloud. I mean, the inflow rocketing into this storm is quite something right now. We're getting close to the hail core. We can't go too much farther here. We're getting kind of close to it. But I wonder if just south of the interstate's where we need to be for the structure. So I'm just going to go back the other way, Chad. I just decided that since the storm is moving southwest, I'll probably just take the farther west route. And it's not moving quick, so it isn't moving fast by any means. But if we want to get back out east ahead of it, I think we can. I think we'll be able to, but just not a lot of rotation. There's just not a lot of rotation at the base happening right now. There's a lot of rotation up in the storm, but just not a lot at the base, if that makes sense. So that rotation up in the storm can certainly transfer to the base. Okay, I could see where it's trying to produce a tornado, but it's not there yet. But it's been trying. It's had that RFD cut. You can see the cut right there. There it is, right there on the right side of the screen. You can see that little lowering on the right side of the screen by the windmill right there. That's where it's trying to produce tornadoes. It's not, like I said, it's not quite there right now, but it's at least it's attempting. So who knows what it'll be doing in a couple of hours. But quite the storm. There's a lot of dust getting kicked up too under the rear flank. So like I said, we just need a big rear RFD kite and this thing will go crazy. There's a lot of dust, a lot of wind. If it did produce a tornado, it'd be a big, nice, tall one. Be a big, nice, tall one. I want to see a little bit more Scott kind of fly up in there. It's trying back there, man. It's trying. It's making an attempt, but it might not have enough. It might not have enough there. It's making an attempt. All right, we're gonna go a little bit to the south here. If anything looks like it's gonna drop, I will turn back around and get us a view. But for now, we gotta get. We're gonna lose our view for actually we still have a view of the storm right there. This storm is so big, it's right on top of us. We still have a view. But yeah, this storm, it's gonna have a shot to do something crazy, so it will have a chance. We got John back in front of us again. He's flying as well. But these photographs are just huge. These photographs are just huge. Our environment here for tornadoes is pretty favorable. I don't know about the moisture. That's obviously been kind of a struggle. But man, we're in a really favorable environment for tornadoes here. We're literally in the bullseye for the tornado parameter. So we're in the tornado parameter bullseye. So you'd think, hey, we got a shot. We got a good shot here. There's not a lot. Part of the reason why those low levels could be struggling, though, is there's not a lot of 0 to 1 kilometers. So there's not a lot of big wind shear towards the ground. That bigger wind shear is a little bit above the surface. A little bit above the surface. So maybe 2-3 kilometers up. But there's John right there. I don't see anything dropping at the time being. So if nothing's going to drop right now, guys, we're just going to keep getting into position here. We're just going to get into position because I fear that the structure is definitely the show that we don't want to miss. This storm will be long track. It'll track for a while as well. There's a lot of chasers on it now. A lot of chasers on this thing right now. I have seen a lot more before here in Colorado. Okay, we're about to get back into the sunlight here, so we might not want to get into the sunlight. We might want to turn around before that happens. Storm is definitely kind of struggling a little bit to wrap up in the low levels, but like I said, the mid-level shear is just absurd right now. We'll get onto the top of this hill and then pivot the car. Let me get to the top of this hill and then we can pivot the car back around. I'm gonna get to the top of the next hill. We're almost actually to the interstate, so we're gonna have to figure out which direction we want to go. Like I said, I think that we probably want to go to the west, especially if this storm is moving to the west. We want to go west. now the storm is kind of struggling just a little bit to do anything more than it has. So we'll see. But as far as good structure, it's pretty certain here that that's going to happen. All right, I got a chaser convoy behind me here. Yeah, kind of what I thought it would look like here. We might even want to go a little bit farther away, west, southwest. I mean, look at that thing. Look at that structure right there. That's pretty ridiculous. It's a pretty ridiculous structure right there. These guys are fleeing. I wonder if they just realize, hey, this ain't producing a tornado. It's just a structure fest. So it's kind of what I'm thinking too. I might get behind these dudes right here in a minute. See the sun. The sun is the big killer here for the really nice view. It kind of. But I think once that sun goes down a little bit more, so maybe in 30 minutes to an hour, it could look a little bit better. It could look a little bit better, but see now I can't even get the storm in my view there. So. Here's our county road that everybody else is going to turn on to. There's John. There's John right there. There's Papa John is right in front of us there.
3 miles. Turn left onto County Road
There
36.
that guy is. Oh, wow. Dude, look at that thing. Look at that structure. Look at that structure. It's a little bit bright. It's trying to produce a tornado, but it's just not quite there. I mean, look at that velocity scan. Like, you definitely have mid-level rotation. Yeah, you definitely have that mid-level. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Sometimes when they go west like that, they like to produce because they're going kind of against the mean storm direction. Yeah, we're getting this. He's trying to funnel. He's trying. I'm going to go another couple miles. He's trying to wrap up. Guys, trying to wrap up. I was talking to Papa John there for a minute, but I got to figure out if I want to stick up close to this storm or just kind of stay behind. Got a big clear slot now that's wrapped around. It's starting to get rain wrapped in there, so it just tried to produce a little tornado, but it just didn't have enough right there in the middle. It just didn't have enough. It just didn't quite have it, but it tried. It gave it an attempt at least, so we'll see. Like I said, if we're gonna get a tornado, it's probably gonna be one of those big tall ones. Maybe one of those big tall suckers. Sorry about the bumpiness, but yeah, this base is pretty high too as well. I wonder if it's starting to get in that moisture yet or not. I have no idea. Like the deep moisture. I know it's in at least 60-degree dew points right now, probably. But it's getting close to Lyman. I know the dew points really dropped off near Lyman. But I think it might be on that edge. I think it might just be in the better dew points by a little bit. But we're just to the east of Lyman, chat, near I-70, if you're just tuning in. So I know I don't have my fancy location and my radar on the stream, but I think it might be time to take just the long way and get around this thing. At some point, we gotta take the long way and get around it and get it back into position. But so that might be right now. Just watching for any funnel. You never know when these storms just drop a random funnel. It's just, they can happen. You never know. But we're watching.
In half a mile, turn left onto County Road 36.
I-70 for just a few minutes here, and then we can get south. We gotta do this so we can get out ahead of it a little bit. Uh-oh, prepare to be stopped. That's not a good sign. One lane road ahead. Never a good thing. As long as we don't wait here for 10 minutes or something, like, I'll be okay with this, but oh, it's green, it's green, it's green. Oh wait, maybe we don't. Oh wait, we don't have to stop behind the stop sign. Never mind. We don't have to even stop behind it. We get to go onto the interstate here. So now we can get a view of the storm again here. There we go. So I-70, it's been a while. I haven't been on I-70 shockingly enough, I have not been on I-70 much this year. It's been a dead year for northern Kansas, kind of, and in eastern Colorado for the most part. But so I haven't been on it much.
Take exit 371 onto County Highway 109.
But man, that rain is really getting out in the middle of that storm. Sorry about the glare. I know my camera's like, and all my stuff is glaring on it. Man, this is a bumpy road. I'll say this: I-70 in Colorado is always a terrible road. So we're gonna be on this road for about 4 minutes, Chad. Man, this is a better view. We'll be on this road for about 4 minutes here, and then we'll. Man, I've always said this: I-70 is the worst road ever. It's terrible. From Goodland, once you get into Colorado, right after Goodland, when you get into Colorado, it's like probably the worst road I've ever been on. And then it's bad. So Colorado's got to get it together. But look how this is the interstate. Look how bumpy this is. But you can see the anvil way up above, I think, right there. But as of now, tornado potential is low. It's very low right now. This storm strikes me as just a hailer, so that's the way it's. But you never know. These things can and will change. So it's a hailer 1 minute, and then it can produce a tornado the next. But looks like there's a fire of some kind. I wonder if that's from lightning. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I don't know from this angle, but. Bear with me, chat. We got a couple more miles on this road, and then we get to turn. Then we get to turn south.
Into County Highway 109.
Towards Hugo, Colorado. We'll be just to the east of Lyman, towards Hugo, Colorado. Actually. Lyman has a 63 dew point, so that's not bad. That's pretty solid. Alright, 1 more mile here on this bumpy Interstate 70. Oh gosh, Interstate 70. I know you guys in the chat probably know this if you live out here, if you've driven out here on this road. Interstate 70 kind of sucks, at least in Colorado. So what's up, everybody? How's it going? Make sure to like the stream and subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Elaine, so much for being a great moderator. But what's up, everybody? If you guys have any questions, I try to answer them when I'm looking at chat. But man, I-70 is just terrible. It's just not a good road. Like, it's just bad. It's just not good. It's just not good. I'm gonna crash out, but I'm gonna crash out. All right, now we got to go south. But look how I-70's bumpier than those dirt roads we're on. I-70's bumpier than those dirt roads. If you ever send me like a super chat and I miss it while I'm driving or something, I sincerely apologize. Just let me know at some point, and I'll read it. But sometimes I miss those. It gets busy out here when you're trying to storm chase. You can miss them sometimes. All right. So hopefully we have a paved road here. That's the hope. But our storm is definitely, the structure on our storm is definitely ridiculous. We got to get out ahead of this thing. But the structure on this sucker is ridiculous. So. Hopefully we get a paved road. I'm not confident that this road will stay paved, but way in the distance on the horizon, that's our other supercell. Way to the south, you can see the other one. The other storm is down there. But I haven't decided what I'm going to do tomorrow yet either. I may, we're almost out ahead of this. I may go to North Dakota, Chase. I may, go home. I don't know. I may go to South Dakota, probably South Dakota, more than North Dakota, but we'll see. Guys, we're getting out ahead of this thing. Just give me a few minutes here. Honestly, we're probably only going to go like 1 more mile. But the hail on this guy's getting big now. We're getting big hail. We're getting flown out of this supercell right now. Service, that's good news. We've had pretty good service all day. I've been quite pleasantly surprised. Alright guys, I'll find a little spot to pull off onto the grass and we'll spin around. The structure has definitely gotten worse than it was an hour ago, but it's still good. It's not a bad structure at all. It's still very good structure. Alright, I'm going to spin around up here at the top of this next little hill. This storm is definitely losing itself. Alright, this little hill right here, I'm turning around. Gosh, this is insane actually. What? This is weird, like this is like structure that you don't see very often. What a wild storm, guys. What the heck? Wild storm. Like, seriously. structure you don't see every day. You can tell that the convective inhibition is really taking this one over. Look at that supercell. Now this isn't gonna. But this is some wild structure here on the backside of this storm. Structure's getting pretty wild, chat. This storm is actually getting closer to us. It's moving to the west. It's moving to the west. Welcome in, everybody. What's up, guys? Thank you so much. Sturgis has a motorcycle meeting this week. Well, I'll try to avoid Sturgis if I can. But I'll try to avoid Sturgis. Yeah, this storm's really lost a lot of its tornado potential, but it's really nice here, guys. It's really nice, chat. Let's see how big the hail is on this sucker. 2.75 inches. Wow. Dude, I'd love a tornado to just pop out. Tornado just pop out of the rain, but not really. Don't really have that right now. It's moving towards us. If you look at it, I'll show you guys the loop of this storm here. Let's see. Feels like this is the road everybody's on here. Get that back up. There's a loop of our storm. You can see it up there. Look at this storm, just southwest. It's starting to move southeast. It's either starting to move southeast or it's dying. One of those two things, either dying or moving southeast. I don't mean to have my hazards on. I don't think it's dying. Although, It doesn't look as healthy as it did, so like, I mean, who knows? But sometimes these storms will kind of look like they're dying, and then they'll kind of perk back up, and then they'll look like they're dying, and then it'll perk back up. It'll kind of go through that phase where it's dying. Okay, now we're back a little bit. It'll kind of do that for about an hour or two, but it'll slowly every time get a little bit weaker each time it does that. So I wonder if that's what we have right now. The tops on this thing is still pretty good there. Now that storm in southeast Colorado went bonkers. It's now tornado warned. That's now tornado warned. This storm is moving back southeast. What is going on? Now the storm's moving back southeast. I wonder if it can do anything silly still. Well, I almost wonder if it's time to get a little bit to the east. Do wonder if it's time to get a little bit east. Still pulling in a lot of inflow. Well, we'll reposition. We'll see what it's doing, and then we'll have to reposition. But if you're just now tuning in, make sure to like the stream and subscribe to the channel if you like these kind of storm chases. Why is my quality on my stream so bad? It's like my windshield's weird. It's like, so why is there such a glare? I don't understand that one. Maybe I have to reposition. Maybe my internet's just bad. Yeah, this thing's looking a little bit nice structure. Yeah, this thing's looking like it's kind of diving back southeast again now. So I wonder how big the hail on I-70. The hail on I-70 is probably huge, just to our northeast. I wish I could just go test the hail. Man, the storm's going crazy in southeast Colorado with that bad terrain. All right, well, guys, it's time to move. So let me let me get back out ahead of this thing. Let me get out ahead of this thing because it is moving now to the west a little bit. Lots of cows out there in the field. Too. But this road, I mean, this road's much better than I-70. This road's a lot better than I-70, actually. So, man, these back roads are better than the interstate. Although it is now that I say it's better, it's getting a little low here. We're gonna try to get out ahead of this thing. The second this storm kind of starts to die, guys, and that's not right now, but the second the storm starts to die in the next, say, hour to 2 hours, we might just have to abort the mission here, because we may have to abort the mission and just get up to the Dakotas. But honestly, our supercell structure-wise on radar still looks really nice. It just can't get that low-level mesocyclone. Connor and Brandon right there. We just passed them. We're getting down towards Hugo. This storm is gradually losing a little bit of strength, but it's still going pretty strong here. Freddy! Hey, there he is! Freddie McKinney! There he is, Freddie McKinney!
Turn left onto Heartland Expressway.
Yeah, this storm is ridiculous, guys. I'm gonna get out ahead of it a little bit. I think that's gonna be our best view, is out ahead of it. Look at my knuckles. You can hear my knuckles crack. Man, there's dust all over my car there. Got dust everywhere.
For 16 miles, continue straight.
There's the edge of our storm. You can see it on the left. We're coming into a small town, Hugo, Colorado. I don't know much about Hugo, Colorado. never been here before. Actually, never had a reason. So I think I have some roads mapped out that we can take. Though it'll be a little bit interesting here. Should be pretty flat.
Starting route to 38545 County Road 2W.
38545 County Road 2W.
6 miles.
This is a decent sized little town. A little bit bigger. This town's a little bit bigger than I thought. Hugo. I wonder what the population of Hugo, Colorado is. It's a little bit bigger than I thought. $771 as of looks like Hugo peaked in the year 2000 at 860 people, and now it's 771. So all these towns out here have lost a little bit of their population, but some of them are still doing okay. Some of these towns out here are doing okay. Oh my gosh, guys, I don't know if you saw that on the left side of the road, but that was a school bus painted. That was a school bus that was painted in camo and lifted with big wheels. That's pretty cool. Get around these guys here. We're 34 miles here from Wild Horse. We're not far from Kit Carson. We went through Kit Carson earlier. We did go through Kit Carson a little earlier. This storm is clearly struggling with convective inhibition right now. So clearly this storm is struggling with convective inhibition. But that means it's going to have really cool structure as long as it doesn't die. But it's definitely kind of losing itself just a little bit. Hopefully we keep service on this county road. I'm honestly not sure. We had solid service. We have 4 bars right here, so as long as we don't go too far, I don't think we'll lose too much service here. Wow, look at that thing. It's really getting elongated now. This is a muddy road if it gets water on it. But hopefully I don't lose service, but I'm going to try to go a little bit further east. Because it looked like this storm is starting to kind of move a little bit off to the east. Like the storm was kind of changing its trajectory a little bit, which I think could that kind of seems like it could be good for the storm's tornado chances, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna have to angle the phone a little bit down, guys, so it doesn't fall off the mountain. We had some issues with that yesterday. If you were tuned into our stream yesterday, every now and again the phone would just crash down onto the ground. So it's really bumpy though. Oh, there goes our connection a little bit here. I'll have to watch this. We'll see if I can get it back. Gotta make sure we keep connection. It says I have 4 bars service here. There we go. We got solid connection right here. that storm. We got cows, man. We got cows. There's some cars on this road as well. We got cows, and we got a nice sunset brewing here. I'm gonna go up to the top of this next hill. I don't have the road network I really thought I did, so this storm is on its way out just a little bit, but it is a little bit. So, well, eventually I do have a road, but it's a little bit far here.
Starting route to County Highway.
Let me flip the car back around here. He's sitting on a bucket out there. I love the wide open plains of Colorado. It's so beautiful. You know, you don't have the mountains this far east, but it's pretty in its own way, you know. It's beautiful in its own right. Oh, that was a pothole that I did not mean to hit. Okay. Yeah, this storm is on its way out, I believe. But it's going to look... I mean, if this storm is on its way out, it's going to look really cool while it's on its way out, so... Sick on its way. No shot enough service. No shot enough service right here. Just had it. storm to the south is still tornado warned, and they just extended the warning. That thing is a beast. It could drop a beast. But this thing is not quite a beast like the storm to the south, but it's definitely packing a punch. And like I said, I mean, you still have 3-inch hail in this thing. Okay, we're going to reposition and get back out ahead of it again because we're starting to lose a little bit of that structure. We're starting to, my phone is zoomed all the way out. We're losing a little bit of that structure, so we're gonna go ahead and reposition this thing way back. Look at the sunset though. Sun is going down here in the next 30, 45 minutes here, so we'll have a little bit of light even after the sun goes down, but you can tell that this storm is definitely experiencing convective inhibition. Okay, so what that means is your storm is kind of running into a little bit of a cap. So the cap is kind of like a lid on the atmosphere, and so in the morning your atmosphere is capped, and then you build up that heat and moisture, and then in the afternoon that cap breaks. You get storms to fire when the cap breaks, and then when you get into the evening time, that cap slowly can come back in. Now if storms are strong enough, they can kind of survive that cap sometimes. Sometimes they can't. Sometimes they'll survive the cap, but they'll just have a hard time producing anything other than some crazy structure. But what a storm that we're on. This has been an awesome storm. Whether it produces a tornado or not in the next, like I said, the odds at this point for a tornado are low. I think that probability probably peaked a while ago, but it's still possible. I mean, I wouldn't totally rule it out. The one to the south might actually produce a tornado, but I don't know if anyone's going to be there to see it. Somebody might. There's some kind of roads out there. You got to be pretty gutsy to take them, but someone's going to see that thing. Yeah, our storm is dying. Our storm is dying, guys. Oh, there's Garrett's. Let's go say hi to the boy. Our storm is dying. There's Garrett. He's in his natural habitat. Should I hit his car? Should I give him a little fender bender? Bro, it's over. why this storm, like now I understand why it's not doing anything, but like an hour or 2 hours ago, I don't know why it couldn't produce a tornado.
So when we were on the phone, we were all talking about how the storm, how like it would have to move into the moisture tongue. They started moving west. Now it's kind of the moisture tongue. As soon as it started moving west, southwest, and these storms are never supposed to move that way. Connor's not too happy because he's like the photographs don't support west southwest movement. So makes no sense. So why are they doing this? And see, we're getting northeasterlies because the storm's moving to the
I was just confused on why. Yeah, I was confused on why it was doing this too.
I mean, there was this 3-inch hail reported on the interstate.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, this thing. I mean, yesterday the storm that was dying off was dropping giant hail. Still, you got a flapper down there.
No, it's okay. The question is, when do you abate it?
What? Mowing when it gets. I mean, mowing when it gets at least a couple. Which takes 2 hours almost to get up there. We were down here, and then like we came up here, and we were considering wiping this guy too.
Well, I'm gonna get back out ahead of this sucker, so Garrett's giving me a radio here, and then I'm gonna get out of here. Sorry, chat. We got some nice light. This storm's about done with tornadoes. What? What? Is that like iPhone 15?
No, see. It's this one right here. Yeah, I got it.
How do you work this thing?
Just for now. Well, just for the next couple days. It just powers on with that. No. It's probably dead. That's why I was asking you to see.
Okay.
We have to plug it in, and then you can turn it on instantly.
Do you have another one in your car that's just attached?
I have the one too.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, the structure just went like.
Well, I think if you're out ahead of it, it's good. So we got to get out ahead of it. But I'm gonna go south. I'm just gonna go southeast on that road, that highway. But to be honest with you, the one southeast of Hugo. Yeah.
That's this highway right here.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, I probably won't be on it too much longer.
Plug your phone in, and then it should just turn on almost instantly.
What?
I said if you plug it in, it should almost turn on instantly. Okay, yeah, and then you know how to. I think you've run this before.
So this is how you talk.
Yes.
What else? What are the other buttons? What's the orange?
Don't. That's an emergency.
Okay, don't press the orange. Okay. What about these? Oh, this is volume.
I don't know about that one. I don't really know.
So you just use this button pretty much. So I'll keep it plugged in.
And then I think it'll go. I have 2 SIM cards for it.
Okay.
I have a better SIM card. I just haven't got to put it in yet.
Well, I'm gonna get out ahead of this thing again and just see.
I just want to make sure it turns on.
get out ahead, yeah. If I get out ahead of it and the structure's just kind of blah, I'm just honestly going to start heading north. But did you guys even? Yeah, I don't know. But my bumper's falling down. I gotta go take it back. This storm. I mean, you guys have been on. If you guys have been on the stream for a couple hours now, you know that this storm has kind of been up and down. I gotta get these spears.
Say that again, Bearsy. You cut out.
Alright, so we're gonna get out ahead of this thing, guys, and then if it just doesn't look good, we'll end the stream and we'll start driving north for tomorrow's target. But if it does look good, we'll stay on it as long as it looks good. I'm not in like any hurry to get up to anywhere tomorrow, so we'll see. Our storm is just sitting there dumping hail. I'll give this thing a shot.
I don't know if that's you back there, Rigsby, but if it is, a ways behind me back there, look out for that pronghorn. He just kind of hangs out up there.
We're gonna get a nice sunset here regardless of if our storm looks good. Apparently the structure's still pretty solid, so I'm gonna try to get out ahead of this thing. We gotta get way out ahead of it, it seems like, to get the structure, I think. Probably another like 10, 15 rounds. Garrett just asked me about radio, actually. But I just haven't had a shot to do it. So I'd love to get around this guy. Just haven't had my chance. This mountain's pretty bumpy, isn't it? This mountain's pretty bumpy. This storm's done producing any kind of tornadoes. Like, I mean, there's like a 0%.
What goes to a supercell?
Like a 0% chance this thing produces any tornadoes. So. But it's got 3-inch hail, observed hail. 3 inches. That's insane. That's some big stones. Some big stones. This storm is shooting out cold outflow. So I don't know if you heard me and Garrett talking about how it was cold, but that cold outflow isn't good for tornadoes because your storm's shooting out that cold air. Your storm, to produce a tornado, needs to obviously bring in moist, warm air, not cold air. So this truck is going fast enough. I'll just stay behind this guy. See if we get any structure. We're gonna try to go for some structure for a last hurrah here, and then we're trying to get some structure here. I think we still will have structure out on the front side of this storm. Oh, I don't think the cap is going to break in Kansas tomorrow. Kansas-Colorado border. I'd love to just chase around here again. I don't know if that cap's going to break. It probably will be up in South Dakota, but tomorrow looks like it could be a rough chase, and the next day is a little bit iffy as well. So I haven't decided fully if I'm going to go back home or not. There's a chance I might just go back home. There's a shot. Not a high chance, but perseverance will be rewarded. So if I stay out, I'm sure my perseverance will be rewarded with something good. But we're starting to get back out ahead of this storm, so we're going to be able to see here in the next like 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes, we're going to start to be able to see. This storm can still definitely have some structure. It looks like it does. But it's definitely getting a little bit of an inversion. So I finally got a radio. I know Brandon Kopic had been wanting to give me a radio for a while, but I don't know if he had it or not, but for now I'm just going to borrow Garrett's. Garrett has 2 radios. So Garrett has a couple. Man, this road is bad, dude. We'll see if I can pass this guy or not. See if I can get there. I'm trying to hold the camera steady. Okay, guys. We have an amazing structure show out ahead of this thing. This storm is not done yet for structure. Tornadoes is done. Structure, just give me a couple minutes here, guys. The storm is not done yet.
These are only going to get better and better and better too. Your low-level jet should be kicking in.
Oh my get out ahead of this thing. We got
Still
some
heading
insane
south
structure
and
here.
west because I think I'm just enough in the forward flank where it's not, you can't see it quite well, and the sun's going down the side of it.
Still has some crazy structure. We have a road up here.
And say from the west, the backlighting is green nuts right now.
Ooh, bumpy, bumpy, bumpy. Bumpy roads. My goodness. Look at this storm. Whoa. Whoa. Look at this storm. I just turned right here. Oh, got a great view of it. No construction traffic. What? $250 fine. Look at that striated beast. Look at that. Look at that. Surfaceability making some magic happen here. Still nice. Still nice. I've seen better structure, but this is nice. The problem is those clouds on the left are kind of blocking it a little bit. But yeah, this storm is kind of going on its way here, so. The storm's on its way out. This wind is ripping still. Still got ripping easterlies here. You can see the updraft. Look at the updraft. It's still kind of trying to go up, but you can see it's kind of holding on for dear life. I mean, it's struggling there. So I'll show you guys this. So look at your cloud down here. See how smooth and laminar that cloud is? That's such a smooth laminar cloud. That's your telltale sign that this is a stable storm with that smooth cloud like that. But still got some really cool structure right here. So that cloud gets all laminar like that. It's still spinning. You see these clouds going this way, and then you have a cloud right there going in this way, and then you have another one coming from this way. It's still spinning. This thing is still spinning. It almost looks like a bell. It's getting that bell shape on the bottom. But it doesn't have too much longer. This thing doesn't have too much longer, but it is still spinning a little bit in those mid-levels. Yes, it's withering away though. It's withering away. 310 likes. Thank you guys so much. Elaine is back to weed out the nonsense. No, this isn't the tornado warning storm. That's a different one. But this isn't that one. I think this view will be good for you guys. I'd love to just run a time. I'd love to just run a time lapse right here. That'd be pretty sick. We're losing our daylight too, as well. Got a little bit of it left, but I'll show you guys the loop on radar here. So we're that blue dot. Watch this thing in the last. This is really only the last hour, but see how much stronger it was up by I-70. This is where it was dropping 3-inch hail on I-70. I bet some people got their windows absolutely smashed, but whoop. And see, look at it. Whoop, it's just gone. See, watch how it's moving. Watch how it's moving south right here, and then look how it starts to move northeast. See how it moving a little northeast? That means it's totally lost itself. But somehow this structure is actually getting better and better. What the heck? This structure is just getting better.
Honestly, might be our last playable move as far as south roads go.
Gotta turn that volume down maybe just a little bit.
Are you talking about down to 160?
Yeah, there's like literally nothing south after that. At least we're looking right down the pipe.
Did you get it? Did you guys get a hog down there or what?
I think if there was one, it was rain rat, but nothing confirmed yet. But the structure's been ridiculous.
Down it.
Actually, I see something very suspicious back in the rain right now.
Yeah, radio's freaking out over here, but yeah, I mean, there is a south option out of Kim that kind of wiggles its way more to the west. But yeah, other than that, there's really
It's insanity right now, chat. Insane Supercell. Oh my gosh. Love to go get a time lapse of this. Just sit here, enjoy the show. I mean, there's not much else I can do.
I think my best opportunity at actually spotting anything is going to be in these next several minutes with the lightning flashes. Might get some definition in there.
We got a car right here. Got a car. Oh my gosh. Wow. 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 Nice. Good storm. So this is what a decaying supercell looks like. So it's going to get skinnier and skinnier, chat, until it just is gone. Almost to 350 likes. I really appreciate it. You also got some of that sunlight, making it get that yellowish tint up there above that laminar cloud.
Started moving south fairly good, and now I think it's not moving again, kind of. Not moving much.
The show goes on. Still going here. I still haven't had any luck with Colorado and tornadoes. But this is pretty nice. I'll take this. Sometimes this is better than a weak tornado. But we get to slowly watch this thing decay into nothing here. So once we lose our sunlight here in the next 15-20 minutes, I'll probably start to wrap things up here. But still looking pretty nice, so we'll keep the stream rolling. There she goes, off into the sunset. Literally. Literally off into the sunset here. The sun probably just now set. It's now 9 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Mountain Time. That sun is going down.
Yeah, this thing's so buried in rain now. I'm gonna probably let it go after it passes camp.
Look at that. We still have a decaying supercell chat. You guys have any questions or want to say anything? I'm popping in the chat here. A pretty cloud, yes. A very pretty cloud. This is a supercell area. If I see that, I'd be turning around, not driving underneath like that car did. Well, at this point, this storm isn't much of a danger anymore. It might still be dropping some big hail. I bet it is. I bet it's still dropping some. I bet it's still dropping some quarter-sized hail. Maybe ping pong ball at the most, but it's getting pretty small now. Just about an hour ago, it was dropping that. Let me close my window. These cars are loud. It was dropping that tennis ball to apple. Yeah, I think this thing had apple size hail at one point.
Jordan, are you in Colorado? Oh, never mind. Jacob Hall.
Honestly, the storm's starting to get a little bit better, too. This thing's starting to get a little better, even. So, as far as tomorrow goes, I have no idea, guys. I kind of was liking North Dakota, but maybe now I'm like, oh, maybe South Dakota. I have no idea, though, for sure. Definitely not down here, at least I don't think so. Cybertruck with a tornado on the side. What the heck? You guys just see what I saw? I think I saw what I saw. What the heck? What do we have a Cybertruck with a NATO on it? That's interesting. That's very interesting. Yes, tomorrow could be North Dakota. It could be early-ish. And the day, dude, what the... Watching this thing go off into the sunset. Before I end my stream, I'll show you guys some models for some of these other days quick. I think that the biggest day could be Thursday in this stretch. Could be.
I'm gonna park in front of you and set up my camera, but then I saw your camera, so I was like, I don't want to block you.
No, you're good. You're good. It's a nice storm here.
Yeah. Been exciting.
Yeah, I guess usually when they're on their way out, they still put on a show. So. You from around here?
Live up in Watkins.
Watkins, okay.
You?
I'm from Missouri, so, I chase, you know, every now and again throughout the summer and stuff. But
Just east of Denver.
east of Denver, gotcha.
About 90 miles from home, I guess, something like that.
Not bad.
You been following this for a while? This
Yeah, since it was all the way up by since it was north of Flagger, I've been following it. So maybe almost 2.5, 3 hours at least. So
Yeah, I was sitting at the rest stop out by 70 right there, and was just kind of like having my camera go, and I saw the main cell kind of go east. towards
Yeah.
10. I was like, no, I'm gonna stay here. See what develops. Kind of glad I did.
yeah, it was a for a while there. It's had good structure the whole time, but maybe 2 hours ago,
Yeah.
it had even better. When it was north of 70, it was really nice.
Did you come down this road, or did you come from the highway?
I came from Hugo down,
Okay.
so
And I came. This is the road right by the. If you take this all the way up to I-70, the rest area is right there.
okay.
And
I bet this road got some hail on it. So I bet this road got some big hail up the road.
There's probably 2 miles, 3 miles down the road. There's a little county road, a little jaunt thing where you got to go right and then left. And I stopped there while these other guys that have been we've been kind of chasing each other.
Yeah.
They kept going. I stopped for probably 10, 15 minutes until the marble hail started coming down. Then I headed south. But
Yeah, I don't do hail. I don't.
I try not to, even though this is supposed to be up to like rated up to baseball size hail. I don't want to really.
I think it was 3 on the interstate. Someone
Yeah.
said 3, so that's about baseball, maybe bigger.
Yeah, I don't want to go that big.
No, if I ever get hail damage, it's an accident. I never do it on purpose.
But yeah, just like half hour, 45 minutes ago, I mean, this thing was like separating and
Oh, yeah.
growing all different ways.
Yeah.
Stopped.
I think once the temperature started getting a little cooler, it kind of lost its juice, but
Yeah, it's
and now it's still fading away. There, it's still.
usually waiting for something to drop out of the sky when it gets cold. When it drops 20 or 30 degrees. But yeah, it was looking pretty nice, and it was like right up here in the sky for me. And then the marble hail started coming, and like,
Yeah.
all right, time to move.
Like the Cybertruck. You know, I've seen one other person chasing a Cybertruck.
All right.
Yeah, so
I
that's
think I saw
it.
on, like Cybertruck Wraps Facebook page. There was a guy that had like a square emblem on the side of his door saying something like "Tornado Chaser."
Yeah, I'm sure there's some more, but I've only seen ever one other.
This
So
was coming out like it was a dream, whatever, 7, 8 years ago, whatever. And I heard about it coming out, whatever. I figured, okay, that's my next storm chasing vehicle.
yeah, I think it'd be a good chasing rig. The one thing I'd question is, you know, like the range of the.
Yeah, and
It's-
I'm kind of dealing with that too, because I give tours for people, and when I'm out in the middle of Kansas or Missouri,
It's like hard to find a charger probably, unless you're on the
I
interstate.
gotta pay attention to
Yeah.
where my chargers are.
Yeah, that's the one. But maybe that won't be an issue. You know, 10, 15
Well,
years
they
down the
were supposed
line.
to come
And,
up with a range extender that was supposed to add like 150 miles, and then they fizzled that out. But yeah, like right now I'm at 55%.
so you're
And
probably
I can
yeah.
go back up this way to Lyman and charge up just enough to get home, like I had to Saturday night. I was down in Cheyenne Wells. But yeah, it's only got like 300-mile range on it, so.
Yeah.
Whereas if I drive my Ram truck, I can get 500 miles on the tank, but this is only 300.
Yeah, it's got those crazy layers now, like a cake. So
So yeah, I really got to pay attention to my mileage and where all I can go.
and like I was saying, maybe in a decade or something that won't be as much of an issue, and maybe a bunch of chasers will just start buying the Tesla cars.
Where you at in Missouri?
Actually, Joplin. So we've got
I asked that question right when the truck goes by.
Joplin. So southwest.
Yeah. Were you there?
I was in like second grade, but I was there. So as now I mean that's almost 15 years ago. So
Yeah, I got friends that live in Joplin. He's one of my. I went to college in Nebraska, and he was my basketball coach. Now he coaches for Ozark.
okay.
College down there.
No, I know. I know all about Ozark. So yeah.
Yeah, when you go to college in the Midwest, and a lot of people stay fairly close to where they went to college, and like friends in Tulsa and Oklahoma City and Joplin and all those areas.
Mm-hmm. Well, that sun. There goes the sun. It's down. It's down. You chased anything good this year earlier on, or?
Not really. This is about the most excitement right here
Okay.
today.
I know how Colorado is. It kind of goes up and down depending on the year. So
I've been busy with work, and
Yeah.
I got a new hip put in like 3 months ago. So
Okay.
I was like in bed for 6 weeks.
yeah, probably not good to drive.
From hip replacement surgery, and one thing after another. I just haven't been able to get out much.
I know it hasn't been a great year out here, but it's also there's been a few things out here, but it's been maybe average, I guess. So
I was supposed to be going up to the mountains today because I was supposed to go find my. I wanted to scope out where I go elk and deer hunting.
Okay.
Game cameras out.
By the way, Gary, your lights aren't on.
Because they had a fire up there like 4 years ago, and they closed the forest down. And
They're not on?
put some game cameras up. It's like,
No.
I think a little east would start with.
Supposed to be on?
I think I'll come out and do some storm.
oh yeah.
Well,
Because you could do that another day,
Next week I can throw 'em.
you know. But the storms only are there so often. So
I was going to go up over the
Backlights.
weekend. Weekends are tough up in the mountains with everybody.
no, yeah, I was talking about
Especially when it's like 95 degrees in the city and it's like.
everyone wants to get out. Yeah. I wish I lived close. So
And everybody's up there. And it's like,
be
I don't
pretty
wanna be
cool.
up there when everybody else is up there. So now I'll go Monday because Monday everybody should be back to work. And
Yeah.
it's like, no, didn't make it there either.
Are you driving the Intercept?
Yeah, I might sit here for five minutes until it just gets so dark, and then I'll probably call it. But probably be here for a few more minutes until it gets a little bit
I
darker.
want to see what happens with this thing. This thing is looking kind of funky.
Yeah, it's
And I'm going to head to the charger.
okay.
That's
So I can go home.
one thing I've felt.
Yeah, it's tornado chances are 0, but it's got some cool
Yeah, just,
looking structure. So
yep, shake.
it's got that cool laminar, smooth vibe to it.
They do survey.
They usually bring my dogs with me, but they don't get to go in the soccer truck.
Sometimes
They go in the other truck.
Oh, okay.
Dog hair and
Yeah,
this is only 2 months old. I don't want all the dogs.
I don't blame you. Yeah.
5 under the speed limit, and then it's like, come on.
They're thunder and lightning. Tomorrow?
It just depends. I mean, I don't know. I kind of wanted to get some chasing in this week before I got classes starting, and I'll get busier with work and stuff in a couple weeks. So I was kind of debating if I was going to go up to the Dakotas or not, because it was going to be active up there, and it's been a really crazy year.
The bike rally's still going on.
It's been a crazy year up there in the Dakotas, but yeah, I'm gonna have to debate here if I want to go home or if I want to try to go up there. But
Nobody would want that thing unless, like, I mean, obviously, like, you couldn't afford much and didn't go. But, so yeah, there's a company in Michigan that will come out so they can
yeah, this storm is still hanging on there, so
So that's what I did.
yeah.
I can't believe you got rid of that thing. It's in the middle value, man.
Yeah, I figured you'd hold on to it.
Well, I'll say this: I held on to a lot of pieces. I took. I cut a piece out of the hood with the ankle grinder before, so I do have a lot of pieces from it still with me. But yeah.
Man, I gotta say, this supercell is pretty epic. It is huge. It is a mean supercell.
You gonna buy another one, Jaden? I think that's the plan. Hopefully, after the fall season, sometime in winter. The 15's doing really good, so I'll probably obviously run it full time on the road the rest of the season, and then kind of go from there. But still haven't officially made up my mind. Do I want the newer body style Interceptor, or do I want
What's your name?
another 16?
Riley.
Because I really do love those. So I don't know, but I got a few months to make that call.
Wow, this thing honestly is it's gotten better in the last 10 minutes now. Wow.
Now low miles and hours. That's what I'm thinking. It might be best to do that again for a couple more years until the 20s and up start dropping in price, because they are still pretty pricey for me.
Yeah, you get a good deal on the newer ones sometimes, but still, you get 100,000 plus miles on it. I seen a 16 today. I think with 70,000 miles, maybe 16, whatever it goes.
See, that's nice. That's probably what I'll end up going with again. But it was a sad day watching it leave. I won't lie, it was tough. I mean, that car got me my start in everything, and been through a lot. But at least I still have some pieces of it.
Yeah, I didn't think you'd ever get rid of that thing.
Yeah, it was a tough call for sure. I sat on the thought for months. I'm because it was just sitting in the shop, in my barn, and basically just taking up space. I'm I could keep this thing around forever, but I gotta let go eventually. So that's what we did.
Well, good chatting with you.
Yeah, man. Hey.
Big travels.
Yeah, you too.
Cool.
Thanks, man. Hey, drive safe. I do like the wrap on the car. So
I think I'm gonna have a collection of ex-chase vehicles. I still got the Taurus. I know I got another one. I won't get rid of this. I'm just gonna have a whole freaking fleet of retired chase vehicles.
Right? It was so funny, Corey, when I went to sell that, the company based out of Michigan that just buys junk cars. They have you fill out an online thing, and on the online thing, you're able to, you have to select what parts of the body is damaged. It gives you the full
Guys, this thing, I'm gonna sit on this thing for like 5 more minutes. It doesn't have much lightning on it, and it's getting dark, so I'm gonna do 5 minutes here, and then we will get going here.
What happened to it?
Everyone seems to be where the tornado isn't. Well, there hasn't been a tornado today, so I guess it's hard for anyone to be on a tornado if there isn't one.
The other day with my Explorer.
Except for that crazy storm by Kim.
What in the hell
It's tornado
happened to
warning.
this thing? I'm like, well, hail, tornado.
Those guys on the radio are on the tornado warning storm by Kim, but guys, look at how skinny that bottom of that updraft is. Look at how skinny that is.
That's hilarious. I'll be back in 1 second. I'm gonna get gas here. Only got I think a little over 5 hours to Sioux Falls, so not doing too bad here.
It's not bad, but it's dragging.
Oh yeah. Thankfully though, I made it through Chicago, believe it or not, with no issues and no slow ups. Like I just cruised all the way through. I couldn't believe it. Michigan gave me a tougher time than Chicago today.
You got lucky. Chicago sucked when I went through it. Your gas cycle too was like right in. Stopped right after I did. I literally just left gloves like 5 minutes ago, and you're stopping.
Hey, we're in sync. I like it.
Hey, Garrett, does your GPS just have a different route or something? Because mine takes me on the interstate here. Yeah, mine had me going north for another 14 miles.
No more lightning on this storm, guys. Not much.
Okay, that's weird. Well, I just got on the interstate, but I just want to make sure you didn't like take a wrong turn or something. I hope not. Mine's taking me north all the way until I get towards Fort Morgan or Brush, and then when I get to Brush, then I can see interstate. I mean, where's your set to though? Yours is set to Alliance, right?
Alliance, Nebraska.
Yeah, mine's set to Alliance. My Google Maps aren't even showing a route on 990. Or not 90, what is this, 70? I always feel like I'm in the middle of nowhere when I'm in Cape Colorado.
All right, there goes that storm off into the sunset there. Off into the sunset. I'm going to get ready to end the stream in just a couple of minutes here. Where are you guys headed for the night?
I'm probably heading back to Denver. Still up in the air if I'm going to chase tomorrow or not. I'm going to decide either on my way up to 70 or like early in the morning.
You're planning on heading up to South Dakota, maybe? If you do chases after playing Rigby.
If I decide to, I'm going to decide when I get to I-70, but nothing I really saw on the 0Z excites me enough to drive that far and then all the way back. So we'll see.
Is that bad I heard?
Copy.
Ben? for some reason.
Rigsby, you know how it goes though. 0-0 look like crap, and it'll uptrend tomorrow. Then he'll be like, oh, I should have win.
Yeah, the older I get, the less it bothers me. It wouldn't be the first time this year that's happened.
Chat, we still got a storm. It's still spinning, chat. All right.
I'm going to be 32 in a month.
Thank you, everybody, for the
Oh, shoot,
new
you're
memberships. I really appreciate
I'll
it.
be 38 in November.
You guys are
I
awesome.
might as well just go.
We had a decent stream here, but we definitely lost some action.
I feel 48 half the
Late
time.
now.
But I don't. You could just as easily go where I'm like, wow.
We
I
got the
really rather
boys
be
on the
doing
radio
anything
here.
else right now.
Speaking of going to the gym, that took a few months off slacking.
I've been killing it the last 3 weeks. I'm already down 10 pounds, so I'm trying to keep the foot on the gas.
Attaboy. We'll all be starving to death though once the hurricanes start rolling in.
Yeah, that's another reason why I want to try and get off as many pounds as I can before hurricane season, because it looks like it's going to light up soon. So I know it's going to keep me busy, get away from the mountains.
I'm not love.
Yeah, I'm excited for hurricanes. Like I love chasing tornadoes, but man, it's ready to break it up and get on something else finally.
Yeah, I'll take a major hurricane over a tornado most days of the week. Most tornadoes.
Guys, I don't really love the chase tomorrow or Wednesday, but I almost want to just go up there just because
Unless
Thursday.
it's
I like the way Thursday's looking.
Yeah, there's a few exceptions, but for the most part, over 90% of tornadoes, I would take a hurricane.
Sounds bad, but man, I'd take an EM 2.0 right now.
Fuck that, I want Michael again.
Well, I mean, that'd be better.
Turn off this radio.
Try not to get too greedy here.
I heard a bad word. I should turn off the radio. I don't know, chat. I think it'll be worth going up there. I don't know. It'll be a tough call. I've got to be home Saturday. I got to be back in Joplin Saturday, so. Gotta be back in town Saturday. See, I don't love anything I see tomorrow. I just really don't. It's just tough. If I don't love the way tomorrow looks. It's like at that point, I can find a chase tomorrow, and then Wednesday may not be a chase, and then Thursday may be all the way up in Montana. That'd be kind of awesome. But the RRFS model looks pretty solid. Wednesday, we still got that storm. That thing is still spinning. I don't know how, but that thing is still spinning. We still got our storm. It's still cooking. It's 8:30 Central. I mean, it's Mountain Time. 9:30 Central Time, which is what I'm used to. So, for me, it's usually 9:30 at this point. I'm keeping my eye. I don't know. It's tough because if I go back to Joplin tonight, or I start going back that way, it's like, okay, now I'm probably not going to want to drive all the way up to the Dakotas. But if I start going up there tonight while I'm already up here in Colorado, it's a lot easier. Tomorrow doesn't look great, but you never know. Like stuff can change. It can look good. It can look bad now, and then tomorrow you look at it, you're like, wow, that actually looks pretty good. So that's what I don't want to happen. But Wednesday could be maybe something in northwest Minnesota. Man, but Thursday could be a big day. Yeah, Thursday could be a big day. I should probably go up. I should probably go out there. I should probably go out there with the hope that tomorrow or Wednesday is good, and then the likelihood that Thursday looks pretty good. I think it's more likely than not. I mean, Wednesday could be a day up in central Minnesota as well. Yeah, Chad, I think I'm going to go up there, but we still got our storm cooking here. I mean, look at this thing. It's still going. It's still going. It's still going, chat. How's it going, everybody? Roadster Jim, what is up, guys? Oh my gosh, 372 likes. Let's go. Let's keep it rolling, chat. Let's keep it rolling. Yeah, I think I should go. I'll show you guys some. How about this? While the stream, before I end the stream in the next 5 or 10 minutes, let me show you guys some models here. I'm going to get out and take a picture of this storm. It actually looks pretty cool. This storm is still, this thing is still trying to spin somehow. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Look at the base of it. It's still going. But what's up, everybody? How's it going, Chris? Do it. Chris says do it. Do it. Do it. That was interesting. I got to show you guys a picture of this guy's Cybertruck, though, first. Look at this guy's Cybertruck. No joke. Oh. Look at this. Dude, this is the guy I was talking to for like 15 minutes, but look at that Cybertruck. Okay, this is kind of cheesy. I mean, look, I'm not going to lie. That's cheesy. That's pretty cheesy. Would I ever do anything like that? Heck no. But you know what? People got money, and if they want to spend it doing that, I mean, I can't say no. It's their money. It's a little cheesy. It's a little cheesy. Some people might think it's cool, but appreciate it, guys. All the support here on the stream. But this thing is still cooking. But what's up, guys? How's it going? Chris says, someone has some bucks to do a rap like that. Yeah, he must have some money. Just watch out for motorcycles in South Dakota. Sturgis is always crazy with the motorcycles. Sturgis is always pretty nuts with those motorcycles. I'm going to show you guys the models for the next few days here. This model ain't perfect, but okay, so this model right here, focus. This model right here shows some storms tomorrow in North Dakota. A lot of the other models paint them in South Dakota, so we'll just have to see. And then we go to the next day. Oh my gosh, that is so bright. Sorry, guys. Oh. We go to the next day. Look, it has some storms in Minnesota, but I think those could be pretty marginal stuff. And then, but you go to Thursday, and here you go. Thursday. Fires the big boy. Look at that. The big boy's right on the North Dakota, Montana, Saskatchewan border up there. So there's some good terrain up there. Let me show you guys this terrain. So up here, it's a good chase terrain all the way up there. I don't know if it ever wants to load. It's pretty flat. Lots of farmland. South of Regina, it's really nice. lots of farmland and stuff, and then so it's not bad. But all right, guys. Well, yeah. See, look at this. Look at this terrain up there for Thursday. Look at this terrain up there, like a flat farmland south of Regina and northwest. That could be up there somewhere. It could also be over here in the North Dakota as well. So I'm down here. This is where I'm at. I'm kind of in east central Colorado. So like if I go back home to Joplin, like at that point, I'm not going up here. So I might as well just head up here to like Rapid City or something and then see what tomorrow looks like. And then we'll just see what happens. So, but on that note, chat, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. It was a fun stream. We had a great storm. We had some amazing structure early on as well, but it was a fun stream. I am starving. I had lunch. I had one burger from Sonic. That's all I've eaten today is one Sonic burger. So I'm getting hungry. So yeah, class starts soon. College is going to start back up in a few weeks. Actually, maybe even less than that. So I got to get some chases in here. But I will see you guys on the next chase. Maybe tomorrow, maybe not. But I'll let you guys know. I'm probably going to stay with Garrett and Freddie. We're probably going to we're probably going to split a room 3 ways or something. I got an air mattress and I don't even know. But yeah. But I will see you guys on the next chase. Peace out, and everybody